Hi, I'm Paul Ayers, the Fit Professional One. Welcome to another episode of the Margin Max Minute. Today, we're going to get into the fourth of 10 cost reduction strategies we're going over on a high-level basis to help you reduce costs and therefore improve margins in 2024. Today, we're going to talk about process automation. Process automation, like these other areas, is just so broad in its application. Let's try to help you get through the difficulty and just what that means and understand what it is. This is not jumping right into artificial intelligence and machine learning. There's a lot of work to do before you actually get to those kind of solutions to what you might be doing. The first hint I want to give you is look at your operation and scout around for repetitive tasks. If you have a bunch or high degree of repeatability, you probably have found something that can be automated. Of course, that kind of approach can go across all kinds of industries and even into your own personal space with regard to what you're doing. You might actually have repetitive automation opportunities even at your home. The second one, which we're more prone to think of, is labor-intensive issues, labor-intensive processes. These typically are in manufacturing settings, maybe construction, areas where we have a labor component that is very, very high. Some of this can be replaced with robotics, with process automation. Those particular topics are beyond the scope of this particular Margin Max Minute, but if you want to get into those, contact me as the Fit Professional One at thefitprofessional1.com. Sign up for a free consult and we'll get into that subject area with you and see if we can start the process toward automation that is going to reduce your costs. For this particular episode, what we really have to understand is we have to pay attention to our data first. What is the data that you collect? What is the integrity of that data? What is the timeliness of that data? These are places to start your overall automation plan. We all know about key process indicators or KPIs. What are you watching right now in your business that makes a difference and helps you make better decisions? Can you improve the data integrity? Can you improve the timing by which it's recorded? And this leads us into the whole subject area of sensors. Sensor technology in 2024 is outstanding. Everything from taking a look at the rotational integrity of a shaft and that relation on its bearing in terms of a factory in a very small component of the factory, all the way to using cameras to assess traffic patterns at our store or restaurant by analyzing each pixel because of the computing power and the ability to take on all that data. So really take a look at the sensor technology in terms of what you're doing. So how do you go about doing that? What really matters when you take a look at your data is to start to ask questions of the data. This is also one of the initial steps eventually to incorporating machine learning or artificial intelligence. So after you're in the data, what questions do you have? How can you spread your resources to cover the gap between where you are and those efficiencies you want to gain? At this time, it might be the time to bring in subject matter experts. Everybody from inventory systems to complete enterprise-wide systems, which might go all the way from your general ledger to that sensor we talked about on the bearing in your factory and your sales team's relationship management database. There's so many solutions out there. It probably will pay to bring in a subject matter expert. And where I would recommend it is try to take a look at your critical path operations. In other words, what are those operations in your organization that really have to go right in order for your customers to be happy and you to actually get margin from that operation with cash really in the bank? That's the place to start. If you want some help on that, contact me at the Fit Professional One, and we'll take a look at just how I might be able to help you personally or with the networks that I'm aware of in my professional span and network by just requesting the no-charge consultation. I want to end with some kind of straight up areas that are great hints of what you should address in your automation plan. Let's start with a checklist, a simple checklist. If your company or your process or you have an employee that is using checklists, these are typical great places that indicate, again, repetitive type tasks or checklists that need to be watched. This is a great place to consider automation. Another one is spreadsheet or spreadsheet-based processes. These are also great places. I know at my company, I have several spreadsheet-based processes where we're really looking forward to some automation help to help those get the efficiencies we need to move forward into the future. And the last one I would bring up are, do you have any particular problem area where you're getting a lot of errors, maybe quality issues, process errors, any kind of errors that tend to be recurring much more than other processes, and especially, and again, if they're that critical process for your particular operation. So with that, this is a very broad topic. I hope you got some great ideas out of that. Again, contact me at fitprofessional1.com, request a no-charge consultation, and let's get to work to see if we can't use process automation to get you those cost reductions that you really can count on to enhance your margins in 2024. Next time, I'm excited to talk about employee training and skill development as another opportunity to reduce costs and add to margin in 2024. Until then, I appreciate your being here. Really appreciate it if you'd recommend the Fit Professional One's Margin Max Minute to some friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like. That helps me get up in the ratings so we can get these good ideas to even more people out there in the professional world. Until next week, wish you the very best success, and it's time to get to work.